Hi guys, today's topic is going to be thoda sa serious because I see how content creation has got popular nowadays among my generation, and everybody wants to be a content creator and so many people are doing so good. So if you are one of them that wants to start content creation, I've been doing content creation since I was like 18 years old, I think from 2021. So here are some things I want to warn you about before you jump into content creation. First, I just want to say I'm so proud of you that you took this step because content creation is not easy and there's a lot of negativity and hatred involved online. And if you saw everything and if you have decided to take this step, go ahead, explore your content, explore your niche, and I wish you all the best. Now let's get into the video. First, if you know me from Instagram, hello again. If you don't know me, let me tell you about some things about myself. I've been making content which are like very male centric for male gaze, and I was on OF for a very long time. And coming from there, I just want to tell you the truth about the whole male gaze thing. And if you are considered pretty online, how does it impact you and how does it impact your life? Because I have so many things I want to share, because a lot of people come out and they just say that, oh, these are the hoes of social media, it's just easy money. But the price that you pay is not equivalent to the amount that you're getting in return. So let's talk about it. First of all, you're gonna develop a lot of insecurity if you are going to start creating content, and if you are somebody like who's creating content for the male gaze, I just want to warn you that you're gonna develop a lot of insecurity. Hats off to those women who are like creating female centric content, because what happens if you like start showing the raw version of yourself, you without makeup, you being messy, and you experimenting overall with your content? I think it's gonna attract a lot of females in your social media. But if you're like making content because like you're like, oh, see how pretty I am, see how beautiful my body is, I mean, it's gonna attract a lot of male audience. And I won't say that all male audience is like bad, but you know the thing, majority of time you're not gonna get those niche good male audience that's gonna bring good attention to your account and that's gonna bring brand collaboration to your account. And I've seen a lot of content creators in my field struggling with it. I had OnlyFans, so like I had a source of income, but a lot of women who was like, oh no, I cannot start my OF, but they were not able to pull brand collabs. So yeah, it's difficult because you cannot monetize that audience, and two, you're gonna develop a lot of insecurities because some of these commentators comes from fake accounts and they're just gonna comment on your body, comment on your looks, no matter how pretty you are. I have had so many beautiful friends coming from like modeling industry, and they were literally like body shamed, and like I won't attach their picture, but like if I could show you how they look, you're like, they were drop dead gorgeous. They were shamed about the things like you won't even notice, like, oh, look at your nose shape, you have asymmetrical face, one of your eyes is droopy, why your hair is like that, you have a horsetail hair, or like you should get some lip fillers, and yeah, just fix your body shape, why your breasts are saggy, all these things. And I have gone through that too. So if you're making a lot of female centric content, I think a lot of women see you and they're like, oh my god, there are so many women, there are other women also who have insecurities like me, so you're gonna get more acceptance. But a lot of, I think, men on internet are not that educated about women body and how it looks in reality, so they're gonna come and they're gonna reflect it that, oh, this is not how it should look, it's not the perfect anime kind of body we have been seeing everywhere. So like there's something wrong with you, and you're gonna start thinking that yeah, maybe they're right, because you keep on seeing those things around yourself too, because like you're creating such content, so your feed is filled with like almost perfect looking women who are like trying to showcase that they are like as perfect as a Barbie, but like perfection doesn't exist when it comes to human. Next is I don't know how to say this, but like I will say my experience, the amount of stalkers I have attracted in my life, because I was considered pretty on social media. I have had people coming to my doorstep, following me. There was one time I was grocery shopping, and this guy followed me all the way from the market till my doorstep. And when I was like unlocking my door, then this guy like stopped me, and he was like, oh, I know you. You are this girl from Instagram. And I have never been so scared, because now this guy, that was like my previous home, like the place where I was living before this. So I have never been so scared because like I have seen so many crime documentaries and like that's the exact moment a person dies in front of the doorstep while unlocking the door. Maybe I'm just an overthinker, but like it's scary. It was very scary. I entered the my house. I was like okay. I was like okay. I have to feed my animals and just don't. I also told him that don't come near me because like I have a scary looking dog inside. My dog is actually inside. Actually, I do have a scary looking dog. She's a Rottweiler. She's amazing. So like I told him that I have a very scary looking dog. So if I open the door, she's gonna jump out and she's gonna bite you. So just be very careful. I was very sweet to him. I was not like threatening him that go away. How did you stop me? Because I don't think so. When you are in such kind of situation, you should do that. I was like okay. You just text me on my Instagram. Just tell me your name. I'll go inside and I'll just DM you back. And the person went back. But it was very scary. And for 2 months, I lived in fear before moving out of the place because that person knew my address. I'm like, what if like I opened a door and this person is outside my door, or I was in a safety risk. Then there was one more time I was traveling to this different city and I was staying in a hotel and I posted like about the hotel in which I was that was very dumb of me, but like this one person ended up sending flowers to my hotel reception, and that was very scary and I had to go to the reception. I told them that I don't know this person, and did you guys like tell this person my room number by any chance? But thankfully they did not tell that person my room number, but I was still very scared, so I ended up not roaming in the hotel lobby or anything. I stayed in the room for the entire 2 days I was in that city. Again, very scary. Then I was on OF, so my manager ended up giving this one person my address because this person told my manager that I want to send her some gifts. And like this manager, I had so many issues with this person because this person was just so greedy and so cunning. So I think by the end of, so I was on an OF alternative before I joined like the actual OF. So it was an Indian alternative, and this manager of mine, he was so greedy. He ended up giving this person my address. So I did receive gifts, and he used to tell me that I tell this person that okay, it's my address. I never tell anyone that it's your actual address. I was still very skeptical, but it's okay. I was very young and I don't want to get angry on myself for these things, but I think I went through my chats once and I just saw that this person is very disrespectful. So I told my manager, I'm blocking this person because I don't like the way you talk, and why are you like entertaining such people? Because like he's so disrespectful and you're entertaining these people. He's like, okay, I don't mind, just block him. I blocked him. But a month after, this person showed up in my doorstep with a backpack. This was the scariest thing of my life because I thought when I saw from the keyhole, I thought it's a delivery guy because like he was wearing a cap and glasses. I was so scared when I opened the door and this person kept his foot in middle of the door and the door frame and the door. So this person ended up keeping his foot on between the door frame and the door, and I was trying to shut the door, but I was not able to. He's like, just talk to me, just unblock me, I'll go away. But like this person had a backpack. Why are you carrying a backpack? What's inside the backpack? I was so scared, I was shaking, and this person then grabbed the door and was pushing the door, and I was all alone in my house. My guardian angel came. Who's my guardian angel? My dog, my Rottweiler, Leah. She came, she like took her head out of the door to see who's outside. And I just told her that she's trying to come outside, leave it, otherwise she'll bite you. And I think this person was scared of dogs because I know Leah would have attacked, but that time he was not attacking me. So she did not, but she was just outside to investigate. And this person abruptly just left the door and I shut it. And then I ended up calling my parents that, somebody's in my door and like it's scary and I'm all alone. So my mother came and she stayed with me for 3 days. So mind you guys, these things, and yeah, these things happen. Sometimes I just make outdoor videos and people recognize that okay, this is this building, because if you're pretty and if you're considered pretty on social media, and if sometimes people can recognize buildings and trees and whatever, and you cannot just hide these things. Like these things, it's not intentional, like you don't intentionally post it, but there are people that's gonna recognize you and they're just gonna start stalking you. So be very careful, guys. And this is one of the things that I have faced, and these things keep on happening. I have got the amount of messages I have got saying that okay, I know your home, because like they might have seen me roaming around somewhere and they're like, okay, you live in this locality. This is scary because I cannot keep on changing home. So I have installed CCTV in my house. Like in the place where I'm sitting has a CCTV, and the main door has a CCTV. And I always, like, I'm very careful. I never open the door completely, and I make sure that whenever I'm opening the door for someone other than my house help, my dog is there with me. So this is scary, but you have to keep these things in mind when you have a male audience and your content is very male centric and you're considered pretty online. If I'm saying that I am considered pretty online, that does not make me the most beautiful woman in the world. I know that I'm not, but it's like for a very long time I've made a male based audience. I am very grateful for majority of them, but like not all of them are good, because I have had bad experiences. Then there is jealousy. Oh my god, guys, the amount of bad incident that has happened to me. I won't say that, oh look at me, I'm popular and everybody is jealous of me. I think a lot of people were kind towards me, but like, I'll just tell you about an incident. I traveled from one part of my city to a different part of my city for shoot, and it was like a studio, and it was a big studio, so 2 different shoots were happening in that studio. But the studio had only one makeup room, and I was asked to stay in the same makeup room where the other shoots models were also there. So I am actually a Hindi speaker. I know Bengali. If somebody talks to me in Bengali, I can respond in Bengali. But I'm a Hindi speaker. So what happened? I was getting my makeup done, and I got this call from like one person. I responded to that, and I speak very softly. It's something that I have, and I cannot change until unless I'm like fighting with someone. So I'm a soft speaker, and I started speaking in Hindi with this person while my makeup was getting done. And there were like three models on the different side of that. So the makeup room was pretty small. So there were 3 models on the different side of the, like, in my right, and all 3 of them were sitting together. So one of the model started mocking me, like started mimicking me, and the rest 2 were laughing. I had no idea who they are. It was my first time even seeing them, and they started like mimicking me and mocking me. And one of them told me that, you're so short, how did you become a model? I'm like, I'm not a model. I used to do like small commercial shoots before. Now I'm a full-time content creator. It's like, there are so many content creators nowadays. It's like, and she said this in Hindi, ki aajkal content creators ki bhasad mach gayi hai. That was very disrespectful. Like, why are you being so inconsiderate about things? So yeah, they were laughing, mocking me, and I could see, and I think maybe because I was a Hindi speaker, they thought I cannot understand Bengali, but I understand Bengali very well, and I knew what all they were saying about me. They're like, these girls get work from compromises, and this was all assumption. They were making stuff up just by seeing me, and they're like, these girls get shoots by compromises, and we have to work hard to grab each and every shoot when we are the well-deserved one, but these are the girls who get it because like these are the ones who do compromises. And I was very young that time. Like, right now I'm 23, I can like say things back on somebody's face, but I was 19 that time, and I was just, I think I had 200k followers back then, and I was just starting my career. It was just, I think I was 9-10 months into modeling and content creation. I was like transitioning between modeling and content creation that time, but it boomed, and I had 200k followers. So I just sat through all of that, which was like, now that I think about it, it makes me angry. I wish at this current stage I could like see them, because I would have like responded them really well. But yeah, that time I was 19. I don't blame myself, but yeah, just be ready. These things are gonna happen, because if you get into content creation, and if you are one of the pretty girls, you're gonna attract a lot of jealous people around you. And also, a lot of times people texted me, pretended to be my friend, all because they just wanted shout-out from me. Because I remember I had these friends, maybe 2 of them. Yeah, 2 of them. So 2 of them became my friend, and I was really sweet to them, because like in this career there, it's very hard to find good people around you and genuine people around you. So both of them, I think both of them were very similar, and both of them reached me out. They asked me if I can hang out with them, took follow-ups, and then when I was out with them, we took pictures together, and they're like, okay, when are you posting the pictures we took together? I was like, I don't think so, we can post them. I'm thinking about putting them on story. They're like, do tag me, and I tagged them, and they were like, when are you posting it again? So whenever I used to post pictures of like me in that hangout. They were like, why don't you post pictures with me and give me a shout out? Both of them were like that. And you guys don't believe, like after like I fell off with both of them. It was like different timelines, I think 6-7 months apart, but like both of them became friends later, which is weird. And so what happened, my followers, whenever like people used to follow them from my account and they used to ask them that, okay, we followed you from her account, you're her friend, right? So they used to bitch about me to these people who like don't even know me, who like follows me and know me from social media. And they used to bitch about me to these people that, oh, she's not that pretty in real life, she has acne, and she's very short and she's fat. They used to say these things to mess up the perception they have about me. They used to tell them that, oh, you think she's beautiful, but we have seen them in real life, she uses a lot of filters, she uses a lot of makeup, her makeup is always cakey, she's very short, she's fat, and she has a lot of pimples. Those men, like bless them, they sent me the chat screenshot. I ended up breaking my friendship with one of them. Later, this second one, I used to have a best friend that time. I was on a vacation that time, so I made them both meet each other. She started bitching about me to my best friend of that time. A lot of like, she told my best friend that I have bitched about her, I have commented on her body, skin tone and whatever. Like, I never said anything. Like, I knew this girl for like 4 days. 4 days. She asked me that, make me meet your best friend, I would like to know her. I was like, okay, because my best friend just had me as a friend and I just had her as my friend. So this girl is like, can you introduce me to your best friend, because I really think she's a nice girl. So I was like excited to introduce her to my best friend. And then I introduced her to my best friend. I went on a trip for like 2-3 days, 4 days. In those 4 days, she started bitching about me to my best friend, that I have said things about my best friend. That's weird. So yeah, you're gonna attract these people in your life. It's just not good. You're just make sure you're mentally prepared for this. And this is one thing about being considered pretty online. So one of the later one, the best friend one, like who bitched about me to my best friend and said that I said some things, her mom body shamed me. So she brought her mom to the hangout and her mom body shamed me. Her mom is like, you should eat more because you are so thin. What do you eat? You should eat more. Why do you have pigmentation on your elbows? You should use this the dahi and turmeric and apply it every day. I was like, please. So I told her that, why do you bring your mom? Like, just to give her a hint that just your mom is weird. But yeah, this is one of those things. And also, you're gonna attract a lot of assumptions about you, because guys, I went through, don't even mind opening Reddit about me. Like, don't even search my name on Reddit, because the kind of assumptions I've came across about myself and the kind of things people text me, I was like, when did that happen? Like, it is my life, and honestly, the rumors are more interesting than my life, because like I wake up, I do gym, I make content, I eat well, and I sleep. But the assumption about me, like, according to the rumors, I have done parties, I've attended bachelor's parties, I've done whatnot, I've done drugs, I've done this, that, everything. I cannot, like, when I start about the assumptions, like the rumors that are there about me and what people talk about me, the thing gets nasty, dirty. All of these are lies, of course. Those things go nasty, dirty. I think if I start speaking about them, this video is gonna get taken down. And it's never gonna get monetized. My YouTube channel is never gonna get monetized if I start speaking about them, because they are like so under the belt. Like, how can anybody make these things up about somebody they don't even know? I don't know where it all started, but these are nasty. So lastly, I would like to say that if you're someone who's planning to start your social media, if you're someone who has started content creation, try to put out your actual self, your authentic self, so that you attract a good audience that's gonna not, I mean, I think almost all the content creators go through these phases, but it especially happens when you like make content solely for male gaze. I think I have seen these things happening a lot more. So make sure that you're putting like your acne, your bad days, your bad outfits, like you trash talking, you shit talking, you doing dumb things, because I think that's gonna blur the perception that she's perfect and she's pretty, because perfect does not exist. So make sure you're showing all your imperfection and all your flaws, and I think that's something that's gonna take you to the people who are gonna relate to you, rather than the people who just who just see you for a good time, to be honest. And if you like my video, make sure that you like it, you subscribe to my channel, show some support. And I'm working on my YouTube channel, I'm trying to be consistent. And I'll see you guys in the next video then. Bye bye.